Hey guys, I'm Grestar, and how about we watch a death battle, Dante vs Bayonetta. Of course, make sure to click here to go to the official release first, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, then come back here and we'll watch the Season 3 premiere of Death Battle together. That's right, 3 seasons of Death Battle. I'd say that this web series has been quite popular, quite successful, and I'm very happy that I've been able to enjoy it how I have. And of course, as you can see, I'm wearing my Death Battle shirt again. If you would like one of your own, you can go to store.roosterteeth.com where they have this, one other Death Battle shirt, and plenty of other merchandise for you to check out. So again, that's store.roosterteeth.com. If you'd like to go check that out, feel free. So, Dante vs Bayonetta. As many of you might expect, I don't know these characters. I know Bayonetta is from Bayonetta, and I know that Dante is from Devil May Cry. And while I may own some of their games, like I think on Steam during a sale, I've purchased 4 of the Devil May Cry games, but I've never played them yet. I know a little bit about the characters, just in the sense of like they're the kind of over-the-top fighting, over-the-top power kind of characters. What I've very briefly seen of Bayonetta, I haven't even played her in Smash yet. I haven't played any of the DLCs in Smash, but what I've briefly seen of Bayonetta, she was fighting like a giant monster. It made me think kind of Resident Evil, just in the sense of like the giant monster itself. I know that Dante was actually, it came from like Resident Evil 4, right? When they decided to change the story up. But yeah, I just know that they're that kind of over-the-top action, and that's really all that I could say about them right now. I have no idea who could win, I have no idea the advantages or the disadvantages that each of the two have. I'm definitely going in blind. This is totally blind for me, which is awesome, I love that. I avoided all spoilers. I'm proud of myself. It's harder than you might think. So I'm excited to watch this Death Battle. I hope that you are too. I'm really glad that Death Battle's back, and with that little said, let's get to watching. And play.
This episode of Death Battle is brought to you by Angry Video Game Nerd 2, Assimilation.
Oh.
Pre-order on Steam right now to save 10% and get the soundtrack free.
Okay. I didn't know they had a sequel to Angry Video Game Nerd. Cool. If you're into that, you should totally check out that game on Steam, I guess. Go.
For some action heroes, it's not enough to just save the world. They've got to look good doing it. Dante, the Devil Hunter.
Oh.
And Bayonetta, the Umbra Witch. He's Wiz and I'm
I didn't know she was a witch.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Cool. Okay, let's see what happens now.
Take a walk down Slum Avenue, and you'll find all sorts of hangouts for the scum of the underworld.
Then why should
a
I?
Bullseye Bar, a random strip club, and even a rundown service shop called Devil May Cry.
But the services they're selling aren't like washing your car or fixing your plumbing. Oh no! Long as you got the cash, this shop specializes in delivering demonic beatdowns.
Okay, yeah, I had no idea about that.
Crazy enough
That's cool.
to try making a living this way, you ask? His name is Dante.
From the very beginning, Dante's life was always unusual. Born
Stepping on
from
the pizza.
unholy
How
union
cool.
of a human mother and a demon father, Dante and his twin brother Virgil had their first supernatural encounter
That was
at
cool
the
with the
young
guns.
age of 8.
Yeah, see, his demon dad was a badass who single-handedly conquered the underworld and imprisoned its demon emperor, Mundus. But after Dad died, Mundus's minions felt brave enough to take some revenge by slaughtering his family, leaving Dante an orphan. Bummer. Hate it when that happens.
With his mother
Too
gone
often.
and his brother soon dead, Dante was left with only one option. Become the ultimate demon hunter and perpetuate the cycle of vengeance.
This
Okay.
party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
Fair enough. Well.
Despite the dangerous nature of his occupation, Dante always maintains a carefree spirit while dispatching devils of the underworld.
It's part of his charm. Hell, when you've got abilities like Dante's, why not be a little cocky?
No, he
He's
does seem pretty
faster than a
capable.
mortal I can see, strong enough to grapple with the underworld's toughest demons, and straight up man enough to shake off being stabbed through the chest like every goddamn day.
That's thanks to his regenerative ability. In fact, all of that is made possible due to his demonic heritage, and made even more deadly by his plethora of weapons.
Okay.
His favorites being his dual pistols and enormous sword.
Like any proud weapon owner, he gives his tools of destruction pet names. His guns, Ebony and Ivory, specialize in long-range
That makes
shots
sense.
and rapid-fire barrages, respectively. These hand cannons are so powerful, they can each obliterate demons in a single shot.
Oh. Well, that seems like a pretty big
That looks
demon, too.
better.
Rebellion is a large magical sword given to him by his pops, which can cut any demon down to size in the blink of an eye.
Okay.
He's also got his brother's sword, Yamato, which can cut through dimensions.
What does
Throughout
that even
his
mean?
adventures, Dante also collected a wide assortment of additional weaponry called devil arms, physical manifestations of powerful demons he has defeated.
Remember Mega Man?
Yes.
It's that.
Oh.
On steroids.
Okay.
His armored Gilgamesh gauntlets increase his striking power, letting him shatter huge monoliths with a lethal 1-inch punch.
Wow, yeah.
With Lucifer, the backpack, not the devil, Dante basically throws infinite lightsabers.
Ah.
He's also got an electric guitar, which is literally electric. Ice-powered nunchucks, grenade launchers, shotguns, and I kid you not, a briefcase that can transform into 666 different weapons, ranging from a giant Beyblade to a flying turret.
And how
gun.
proficient is he
Where
with
does
everything?
He possibly keep all this stuff?
Really, really deep pockets.
Aha.
Or perhaps it's one of his styles, abilities
What
he's
was that
also
weapon?
acquired from defeating demon bosses. With Doppelganger style, he can duplicate himself. With Trickster style, he can teleport instantly.
Wow.
With Royal Guard style, he becomes a nigh-impervious dreadnought, and he can even slow down time with the Quicksilver style.
On the rare occasion Dante feels he needs to get serious, he enters the Devil Trigger, a transformation which taps into his demonic heritage to unleash his true devil form.
Okay.
Devil Trigger dramatically increases his strength, speed, and healing power, and he can fly.
What's the
Being
downside
so
here?
well-armed, Dante is more than capable of handling entire hordes of demons on his own, although this doesn't stop some of his allies from joining in from time to time. This includes Trish, a demon lady who occasionally
Trish.
fights alongside him,
Oh.
and happens to resemble his deceased mother.
Oh.
Talk about giving somebody an Oedipus complex.
Hey, if I may quote an old family saying, if she's not directly related, she's safe to be dated.
That explains a lot. Luckily, and quite surprisingly, that avenue was never explored. Thank God.
Dante is a walking, talking, feat-achieving machine. One time, after getting impaled by 4 demons at once, he pushed one so hard it exploded and dropped a ceiling fan on the other 3
Oh.
while eating a slice of pizza. Oh, and when their friends showed up, he challenged them to a game of billiards. He won.
Yeah.
Dante has run down the
Clearly.
side of a building so fast he caught fire, similar to a spacecraft re-entering the atmosphere at approximately 17,000 miles per hour.
Huh.
And he's even capable of taking out others just as overpowered as himself. Like his brother Virgil, who was not dead, but evil.
He stopped a colossal
Oh.
punch from this titanic monster without breaking a sweat, shrugged off bombardment by meteors, and eventually avenged his mother by defeating the demon lord Mundus.
He's insane.
Space.
This
You
is a
may
lot
be
of
asking
power.
yourself, can anything stop this guy? Yes, Dante does have a limit to how much punishment he can take.
Oh, he does.
But if there's anything that could take him down, it's his own cocky attitude.
In the words of the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu, there is no greater danger than underestimating your opponent.
That's true enough,
We're gonna have
especially
to
in
disagree
death
with
battle.
Lousy here. Pretty sure there's no greater danger than telling a woman those pants do in fact make her ass look fat. You bastard!
And jackpot. What do you expect when you're running at him like that? Alright, time for Bayonetta. Top it. I dare
From the
you.
angels of Paradiso to the demons of Inferno, there is a name feared by both the light and the dark, and her name is Bayonetta.
Ah. Okay.
To any normal guy walking down the
7'7".
street, they look like your average 7-foot-tall gargantuan Amazon woman with good fashion sense. But Bayonetta is actually one of the last Umbra Witches, a clan of mystics allied with demon kind.
Oh.
Named Cereza upon birth, she spent her early life growing up an outcast due to her parents being from rival clans. Her father, a Lumen Sage, and her mother, an Umbra Witch.
Okay.
The sages and witches had one rule to follow. Don't make babies with the opposite clan
Oh.
because, according to prophecy, it would bring on the destruction of the universe.
Well.
So, naturally, it was only a matter of time before somebody couldn't keep it in their pants. Pulling out works every time, but the last time.
You would know. With the pact now broken, war ensued between the two factions. In the end, only 2 witches survived. Cereza and her rival/future friend, Jean.
Okay.
Hoping to prevent the apocalypse, Jean used a special dagger to seal away Cereza's memories and put her into a 500-year-long coma.
When Cereza woke up from her epic power nap, she took on her new name, Bayonetta, and set out to find her lost memories.
Fair enough.
Luckily for her, she had just the right weapon for the job. Her hair.
As an Umbra Witch, not only does her hair serve as her clothing,
Which
Oh.
I'm having a really hard time deciding whether or not that's hot or just disgusting.
Yeah, I think
she
just
can also
disgusting.
use it to summon the demon Madama Butterfly to aid her in battle.
What butterfly?
This technique, the Wicked Weaves, creates portals for the giant demon to deliver devastating punches and kicks.
Bayonetta can also walk on walls and ceilings with Witch Walk, and even transform into animals to fly, run super fast, and dodge attacks.
But her most useful technique is Witch Time. By slowing down time itself, Bayonetta can dodge practically anything while unleashing a barrage of attacks.
Okay.
Bayonetta is basically a tall, sexy armory. She wields gauntlets called Durga, which attack with fire and electricity, a huge sight that rots the souls of its victims, and a friggin' lightsaber called Pillow Talk. She has a bow
Oh,
that fires
okay.
poison arrows, a chainsaw made of dragon scales, a massive hammer that can cause earthquakes with every strike, and even ice skates, which attack with ice.
Fair enough.
Obviously.
Yeah,
But
okay.
her most beloved weapons are her 4-pistol set called Love is Blue.
What are there four of
Rather
them?
than swap between them like a normal person, she somehow manages to wield all of them at once by using not only her hands, but also her feet.
How do you
How
trigger
does
them?
that work? Does she have like some kind of weird thumbs on her ankles
That's-
or something? That would kind of detract from the hotness factor just a bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god! She's covered in hair and she uses her feet like hands. She's a monkey.
She's a monkey.
Monkey witch!
This is awkward.
I highly doubt that. She
Well-
probably just uses some sort of magic. Speaking of magic, when Bayonetta wants to unleash her full potential, she triggers her Umbran Climax,
No.
which increases her strength and lets her summon Madama Butterfly's full unrestrained
Madama.
power.
Okay.
When fully unleashed, Madama Butterfly can shatter huge meteors by headbutting them.
Okay.
Climax. By herself, Bayonetta has pulled off some impressive feats. She's strong enough to kick military jets into the air, headbutt skyscrapers across the city, and even throw satellites with her legs in outer space. Oh, by the way, she can survive outer space.
Using Witch Time, she was able to defeat this thing in only a matter of real-time seconds.
Okay.
Even without Witch Time, her reaction speed is astronomical. For example, when a Lumen Sage stopped time to position newly fired bullets about 3 feet behind her, she managed to not only turn and identify the incoming threat, but also dodge all 16 of them. Considering regular bullets
be
travel
fair, when
around
they were in a
2,500
line-
feet per second, she must have pulled all that off in less than 1,000th of a second.
And then there's that one time when she killed God. You know, by scissoring her hair with guns and punching the creator's soul across the entire solar system into the sun?
Oh.
Okay, obviously Bayonetta's feats and abilities are absolutely ridiculous, but she is sometimes rather inconsistent.
Despite her reaction time, she's been caught off guard by enemies ranging from a half-god called Lobster, or something like that, and
Okay.
even a plant monster that managed to grab her out of the air.
But regardless of whatever weaknesses she may have, Bayonetta's achieved more than anyone could possibly imagine despite being 100% human.
Wait, she is human?
But she's witch and everything.
All right.
Do those count as humans?
All right, the
I have to
combatants
think
are
then.
set. Let's end this debate.
All
once
right,
and
here
for
we
all.
go.
But first, we made another video game, and it sure would be
I want to
swell
pause
if
here
you
first.
buy it.
So, pause. Because I want to talk about it, and then we'll have a commercial, and then we'll see the death battle. So these are my current thoughts. Okay, so watching Dante's, analysis there, it was really rather impressive. I didn't realize that Dante was capable of all those things. And then I was wondering if Bayonetta would be able to match it, and she could, and I just need to realize that video game characters are ridiculous, and I should just know that by this point. But I'm still surprised when I hear about them. Video game characters or comic book characters or whatever. So Bayonetta is definitely, she's capable of a lot. I think that the biggest factor against her is the fact that, like they said at the very end there, she is actually human. And so even if she can dodge things and has incredible reaction times and everything, but I feel like if she could potentially, take be stabbed in the heart or take a bullet to the brain, then, she could die. Whereas it specifically, because I didn't see that on the sidebar, I might have missed it, but I didn't see it. Whereas it said specifically for Dante, I know he has a regeneration, but on top of that, it said that he could take a bullet to the brain and he could, be stabbed in the heart multiple times and just be like unfazed. I know I saw in Bayonetta sidebar that it once said she tanked like a superpowered bullet and was only staggered, but it didn't say where she was hit, and so to me, you know, that could be a big factor. They can both slow down time. They have the Witch's time, and then, you know, Dante has his Quicksilver time, I think it was, or Quicksilver style? Is that what they were, styles? But then he also has like where he could duplicate himself and some other third thing and maybe more, I don't know. And he has, it seems like he has a lot more weapons, especially if you just look at the Pandora's box or Pandora's suitcase or whatever it was that has like 666 weapons or something. He definitely has a lot of versatility there. Again, if she's, you know, witch and he's half demon, they both have incredible reflexes, increased strength, increased durability and everything. And I was really in Bayonetta's favor when I started to see things like she headbutted a skyscraper across, and, you know, defeating God is pretty big. But I know that Dante has done a lot of things like that too, you know, like defeated countless demons every day kind of deal. And I'm sure that he's beaten big things too. It's really hard to say, honestly. This feels close to me. I could just be missing something obvious, but it feels really close to me. However, I want to say that in the end, I think that Dante will be able to pull through. Largely, again, because Bayonetta is indeed human. They have a lot of things that match each other, and so I think that Dante's advantages might just make him win out in the end. His cockiness could get the best of him, but Bayonetta's inconsistencies with her reaction time and everything too could, you know, prove to be her downfall. So, anything's possible, but I'm going to say that Dante will win and play.
The nerd is back for an all-new adventure.
Ah, it's this that we saw at the beginning.
Navigate new puzzle.
Okay, yeah.
Fucking helicopters.
Oh, yeah.
Giant fucking alligators.
Oh!
Fast fucking race cars. Fucking flaming tanuki balls.
Okay.
And lots more shit.
So much
Coming
of that
March
stuff.
29th to PC and Mac. Pre-order now on Steam and get 10% off and the soundtrack free. But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Alright, so here's to hoping that I'm right and that Dante wins. Yeah, I guess we'll see. So far, this animation looks nice. Hey, look, it's a doll thing.
Another wandering lost soul, I see.
Whoa. Lost? Nah. I'm looking for something called a left eye.
Oh.
Care to give me a hand? Could be fun.
I see. But if you're looking for the left eye, that would either make you an angel.
Oh, snap, he was prepared. Or... Oh, is she not gonna...
Or a demon.
She did finish. Only half demon.
Get back!
Oh, snap. That was cool. Oh no, watch out!
Take this!
Like, it's really gonna come down to when Dante uses his demon thing. Like, that's when we'll be able to see how he's gonna fare.
Shoot slow.
That was a lot of punishment.
Take this!
Oh no,
What a disappointing
that would hurt,
finish.
but you know. He's fine.
That all you got, sister?
Looks like you're more of a man than I thought.
Come on. I mean, you know, half at least.
No touching.
He's just gonna counter that with his own.
What?
Haven't used this in a while. Still got it. In the money. Jackpot.
I'm wondering
You're
if he's
a
ever gonna use
naughty
this
boy hitting a
sword
girl
to
like
attack
that.
like her demon through space
you
kind of thing.
taught a lesson.
I don't remember her having a whip.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
If you like that, you're gonna love this.
I think he can survive this, though. I mean, he survived the giant demon attacks before, so...
Your breath stinks.
Oh!
This is where we part ways, love.
After you.
Oh my god! Oh, okay. So they both got a friend. I'm like, this is weird, but if they both, okay. Why
Come
not?
on, Trish. You missed.
Oh, don't be a baby. Let's finish her off.
Jean,
Cereza, having some guy trouble?
not to worry. I've got this one handled.
Wait, we're getting paid for this one, right?
Come on.
I'm quite enjoying myself.
This is gonna hurt! Bye-bye!
What's wrong? Can't keep up?
I don't know much about their friends, though, so I can't, like, say anything there. Here we go. We get his weird chair thing. That's gotta ruin his mobility. Oh yeah, the Aminos!
Where did you get that outfit? A thrift store? You're one to talk. That color looks terrible on you. Bitch!
Uh-oh.
Trish, wait.
Best pay attention, boy.
Oh, he went demon! I think that's what it is.
Pretty or not, don't fuck with a witch.
Come on, Dot. Yes! Yes!
No, that's not possible.
But it cut through space and stuff, you know?
Not possible.
Lightsabers.
Bullseye.
I think I won. I mean, Dante won, but I think I was right. I think Dante won. He looks like he won at this point.
How come I never meet any nice girls?
Ah!
Worst date ever.
Yeah, they even lost their friends. I think. What happened to Trish and John?
We don't
Are they
know.
still fighting?
Well, I'll show you how I think it went down in my new show, DBX.
Wait, what?
Don't.
Did you actually do analysis?
That's
on
for the
your own?
mature.
Hell no. I'm just gonna make them fight.
Ugh, you would. In what actually matters, it's true that Bayonetta's satellite throwing feat trumps any and all of Dante's physical displays of strength. However, Dante edges out in every other category.
His arsenal matched and exceeded Bayonetta's blow for blow. Hell, even a giant demon like Madama Butterfly is nothing new to this demon slayer for hire. But most of all, Bayonetta didn't have many ways to actually kill him. I mean, the dude shrugs off mortal wounds every day like they were nothing more than bug bites. Both could take a bullet, but unlike
he
Dante,
go through the
when
hilt that
Bayonetta's stabbed, it hurts. That's why avoiding attacks was her specialty.
But she could only dodge for so long against somebody like Dante. Early in their careers, Dante and Virgil obliterated each and every raindrop within a 12-foot radius.
Wow.
Briefly creating a completely open space in a rainstorm.
Really?
Up to 30 raindrops
That's really
can occupy
cool.
a cubic foot on average, meaning they destroyed 108,000 raindrops in less than a second.
Wow.
Without any extra abilities or styles. Even with Bayonetta's absurd reaction speed, Dante striking so much space in so little time far outclasses anything she has ever had to avoid.
Even when she tried avoiding him with Witch Time, Dante's Quicksilver
Yeah.
evened the playing field, basically making it useless.
It was just a matter of time before Bayonetta suffered the fatal blow.
Well, you know what they say, hair today, gone tomorrow.
The winner is Dante.
Yay! Claps for Dante, everyone. Claps for Dante. One of you wasn't clapping. Shame.
Next time on Death Battle.
Next time, do we actually get to see both or just one? Okay. Mario Kart. So it's Bowser. Who's it gonna be? Like Ganondorf or... Oh, that's just who I've heard before because of the baddies in video games, you know? Bowser.
Hey everybody, I'm Chad.
Cool,
I play Boomstick.
that'd be cool.
I'm Ben, I play Wiz, and thank you for joining us for the premiere of Season 3.
It's my pleasure,
Got a ton
man.
of awesome episodes planned for the rest of the season, the rest of the year. Thank you for joining us.
And thank you so much to Angry Video Game Nerd 2 Assimilation. It's actually our game who sponsored the episode, so it
What?
would really mean a lot if you click a link in the description and check out the game. If you dig it, you can pre-order it right now, get 10% off, and a free soundtrack.
And
Cool.
speaking of links, click that link over there to check out our new show, DBX. It's kind of like Death Battle with fights and everything, but there's no rules, no analysis, only bloodshed. And this time, you get to find out what happened to Trish and
Isn't that
Shawn.
essentially 1 minute melee? I thought that was just a joke.
Look, they're sexy. We wear them. Oh, yes.
Ben, I have the same shirt as you!
If you're an RT sponsor, you save 5%.
Be sure to follow us on social media to find out who Bowser is going to be fighting.
Okay.
We have a lot to say.
Yeah, we do.
See you guys in the next one.
Cool, this is awesome. Alright, well, I'm just gonna wait for this to die down, and then we'll talk. So... Okay, it's over. Now let's talk about this death battle. Actually, first let's talk about that stuff at the very end. So DBX, I want to say, yeah, I thought that was essentially what 1 minute melee was. Again, where the animators just did their own, they just made battles for the sake of there being battles. They didn't do any analyses or anything. So I find that interesting that they're doing DBX. Are they replacing 1 minute melee? Is this another thing? Yeah, I don't know. But I guess if you want to go check that out, that's awesome. You could do that too. I don't think I have permission for it because I explicitly have permission to watch Death Battle. Ben Singer, if you're watching this and you want to give me permission and you have the authority to, by all means do so in the comments or send me a message, of course, because that'd be awesome. But yeah, no, kudos to, you know, the researchers, you know, to Ben and Chad, to the voice actors here, to Torian, you know, for the animation. Like, this was a really good death battle in my opinion. I enjoyed it. I won't say that it was, again, there are certain death battles that are just like the funniest to me in the analysis, you know, in the analysis portion. And this was not one of them. Like, I definitely found a lot of it humorous, but it wasn't like the best for me. Like, Ragna versus Soul was one of the funniest ones for me just because of that little, like, you know, who's on first bit they had. But that's not to say that this was bad. No, overall, I really enjoyed this death battle, and I'm really glad that it's back again. It's just so cool to have everything back to where it was. Like, we gotta go back to the show that I like watching, so that's really cool. The animation was just, the fight was really nice in my opinion, and I'm happy, of course, that I was able to pick the right fighter based upon the same kind of reasoning. I'm always happy for that, because it means that I was paying attention well enough, and that I could think a little bit outside the box, because, you know, they don't give you the answer usually up front. You do have to do a little bit of thinking on your own, and I'm happy that I was able to do it this time. Of course, I agree with their bit at the end, you know, when they were reasoning through, explaining how Dante won exactly. I am glad that I thought the Bayonetta's, you know, skyscraper, or the satellite feat, was more impressive than Dante's stuff, but I still picked anyway. So I just don't have a lot to talk about there because I'm happy I was right and I agree with them, so I don't have a ton to talk about. Bayonetta still is a really powerful character that I had no idea she was that powerful. Again, I knew she fought like big monsters and everything, but I didn't know that she, you know, had reflexes like that. First, that she was just human, and, you know, all this other stuff. So kudos to her for being a BA. That's pretty awesome. And Dante, again, you know, kudos for winning and everything. I really enjoyed this death battle. I thought it was a lot of fun. I can't think of what I thought was lacking necessarily. Even the part where, like, again, I was wondering when Trish first came in, I'm like, you know, you're kind of breaking your own rule there a little bit, and I was wondering how they were going to justify that, but then they had Bayonetta's friend come in, and I that hadn't even crossed my mind. So that was cool, and I'm not going to complain about how, you know, they went off the edge and we didn't see what happened to them, because they have DBX, and that's just a new show for us to enjoy. So I can't complain about that, and I certainly won't. And it's just, I can't think of really anything that I didn't really like about this death battle. Thought it was a great death battle. I had a great time with it. I hope you guys did too. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments. Of course, be nice to each other. You're allowed to have different opinions and you're allowed to share your opinions, but you know, there's a difference between sharing your opinion and just being outright rude. If someone shares their opinion, you don't need to say that they're wrong. If you want to have a discussion, that's fine, but don't leave it, you know, don't make it a flame war, don't make it a heated debate kind of thing. Just, yeah. But in the comments, let me know what you guys thought, if you enjoyed it, etc., etc. This was Death Battle Season 3 premiere, and we're calling it here. Cue outro, go!